Well, lads, we're live. It's 4:40 a.m. It's not like the Saudi Arabian pay-per-views. Dear sweet Jesus. What else we just watch, Nicky?
Oh God, I just want to go to bed. It's so long. It just kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going.
Did you enjoy the
going and going?
Did you enjoy the arrest spot from 4:11 until 4:16 a.m.?
Gordo was probably having rest spots himself there, were you?
I slept through some of the earlier matches. I was awake for the last hour and a half, and I saw the first match, and I was drifting in and out through others. This whole show was a fucking advertisement to save the 8, because that's what an abortion looks like.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Luckily, we're
hashtag repeal the women.
Luckily, we're past the watershed, but as usual, I'm here with Gordo, Nicky, Steve, and myself, Pup Jesus.
I think we're actually before the watershed at this stage.
Yeah.
Have we gone too far? Have we gone back the way?
I think 5 a.m.'s the cutoff, so we're getting closer, but we probably won't be finished. We finished after the watershed's back.
We're between watersheds, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right, we've got 19 minutes to say fuck and bugger.
Yeah, we'll shed all the fucking water. We're crying about this fucking show.
Do you know what? Let's just go straight to the controversy.
Which one?
Let's just start from the beginning of the controversy.
The show.
So, WWE Backlash 2018, that controversy. AJ Styles versus Nakamura, the world title match, is third from the top in favor of Derpy versus Joe.
Our big dogs are a lot less energetic right now.
Like, there was no big angle, we thought, and Nicky, you said as well in the group chat that we thought there'd be some sort of an angle to justify the title match going on 3 matches from the top. It was just a chin lock fucking match.
Even if they had just ended it with that beatdown at the start, they didn't have a match, I would have been happy. Happier.
Yeah. They did the whole Lesnar-Joe match straight away.
Yeah.
Can anyone make sense of this?
Nope.
No.
I mean, I can understand them not putting the WWE title match on last when that's what happened at the end of the WWE title match, but you'd have to have something else in lieu of that, and they just didn't.
But how about you don't have that title match with that finish?
Yeah,
This is 98 days. This feud is going 98 days if you want to go from when Nakamura won the Rumble and said he was going to face AJ.
I put up the gif of Homer in the Treehouse of Horrors episode where he said he liked donuts, so they gave him all the donuts in the world. Do you remember when we were petrified that AJ Styles was injured before WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And now I just cannot. I'm done.
This is a prime example of why Roman Reigns gets booed for no fault of his own. Like we'll all agree that he's a top of the card entertainer in terms of performance, but it's just when someone gets shoved down your throat so much, it's hard to take. Jesus, that was just so annoying.
Like, there was no purpose for that match to be the main event, Gordo. Like,
No purpose for that match.
Yeah, exactly.
What does it do except make Joe look weak when he's potentially going to go into a feud with whoever comes out on top of the AJ Nakamura feud in around about 2 months' time? Like, there's no logic, and the match done no one any favors.
No.
The way it was laid out. Has Joe ever beaten Roman on a pay-per-view?
Oh, put me on the spot, but I don't remember.
Gordo, you're our statistician. You should know this.
I was trying to go through him all in my head, and I don't think he has, but I was too fucking tired to look it up. Because this whole fucking thing has drained me so bad.
So just kind of recap the match a little bit. So Joe throws a cheap shot before the bell, and then they do the Lesnar and Joe thing where they go up to the tables. He was a Uranagi through the table, and then he threw him through the other 2 tables. But then the bell rings, and then we get in a kind of a chin lock or chin hold. Don't know exactly what he calls it, but a rest hold basically for 4 minutes. Then he throws Roman out of the ring, hits the suicide dive, goes right back to the rest hold. And then we had the beat the traffic chants, CM Punk chants. People started leaving, delete chants, Rusev Day chants. This isn't a case of people not liking Roman in the match. This was a bad match.
Mm-hmm.
This was
And
Boring.
don't blame the dirty foreigners for that either.
Yep. We're not in Bizarro world tonight.
Definitely not. This was prime territory, New York.
Yep.
New Jersey, the tri-state area.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh boy, did that suck.
We were in a great hurry to get on the air. Did anyone tweet the link out?
It automatically tweeted.
Hey. But that's just the generic one.
It
If
says,
someone
"I
could find the
started a
time.
live stream on YouTube."
If anyone could find the time to tweet a link out saying we're live, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I got this.
that would be cool. So it's not bothered with it.
I meant to ask that beforehand, but I've just got so much going on here, you know?
Oh, all the excitement of all the
Yeah.
backlash thing.
Yeah.
Looks like Miz is cutting a great promo on this post-show thing. I'll have to check it out later.
You're watching the competition. This is
Yeah.
Raw, my friend, and you're over there watching Nitro. But in what way, in what world do they think this helps Roman here?
It helps nothing. This card was completely. There was one really good match on the card, and the rest of the card was throwaway. Every title was defended. Nothing happened. There was a bit of a thing with Cass and Bryan, maybe, kind
Yeah.
of. And other than that, nothing happened on the show.
Yeah. I don't understand. I don't know. Like, we expected it to be just a bit boring. I didn't think you'd be like,
That
what
was,
the
we thought it was
fuck?
going to be predictable.
Yeah,
It's-
predictable is probably the best way to put it.
Hmm.
Steve, overall, what did you think of the show before we go into it match by match?
I put out a tweet earlier in the night and said that this was going to be a predictable and boring pay-per-view. And by Jesus was it predictable, and by Jesus was it boring. Like, what really annoys me about all this is when they want to, WWE can put on a great show. So why can't they do it more often?
I don't get it.
Nope.
They had to have known that this was going to stink the joint out.
So they don't realize or they don't care.
They don't care. I don't think they care.
I think at this point, I think they just saved the good shows for when they know they're going to be in front of a loud crowd. And the crowd tonight would, if they had a good show, they would have been loud because they were loud as fuck for that first match.
They popped for the Miz.
Yep, big time.
They should have realized that from the beginning. It's like, oh shit, we need to bring it tonight. And they did not fucking bring it.
I cannot understand the booking. I cannot for the life of me understand. Look, okay, that match was so bad at the end. Would the no contest have been as bad as it was in the main event slot?
I think at least the match itself, people would have been a bit more invested in. The end, fair enough, there might have been a bit of same as it usually is, but at least I think overall people would be less annoyed if that had been the case than they are right now.
Yeah,
I know I would have been.
But at least when you got when that match went on third from the top, that was it. The show was over.
Yeah,
As I said,
sucked the
if I
energy
didn't
out.
have this to do, if we didn't have this show to do, I was gone. I was done. I was gone to bed after that.
Yeah.
I had no
Paddy went to
interest in
bed.
it. Yeah.
And what made it worse for me was the fact that they put that meaningless tag match in between the two, which seemed to last an eternity.
Oh my god.
And it even had Gordo's favorite wrestler in it.
Don't fucking start. Do not fucking start. Good lord.
Bobby Lashley.
Talk fucking Lesnar himself. Fucking
Oh, man.
Chock-a-Brock.
Like, why did that match need to go so long?
You know what? Let's just go through the card.
Go for it.
Yeah,
So,
do it.
Start off the show. And The Miz gets an insane pop. 2 seconds later, Rollins gets an insane pop. And then we have this great match. And everything looks great.
Yep.
Crowd
Great
is on
start.
fire.
Fantastic start.
Did you notice Cole's little inflection on the way he said Kingslayer?
Yeah, he has a new. That's his
Yeah.
new line. That's going to be his new line. We'll add that to the list. Add that to the
I'll
list.
add that to the clip.
So Rollins comes out in his Power Rangers gear. And then this was one of my favorite moments of the night. Corey saying you can't lollygag when dealing with Seth Rollins. Lollygag. Two men fighting. Lollygagging around the place.
Tugging and
Mike-
bugging.
Tugging and bugging. Going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Cole got very confused when Seth Rollins did a dive to the outside. and he tried to throw to a break, but then quickly corrected himself. Realized he wasn't on Raw. The crowd was great. You know, Rollins did this kind of a Shawn Michaels stomp thing to get the crowd going. Everyone did the burn it down thing. He grabbed the ropes to get the power of the Warriors. And it was all about the knee, basically. Good match. Good match.
Really enjoyed it.
Comfortably match of the night.
Are you praising someone here?
I think Seth Rollins is going to have a sore back in the morning, but
get fucked.
No, yeah, credit where credit is due. Yeah, good match. I don't like the Miz, but you know, best of a bad bunch tonight. You know,
WWE currently have a poll up on their Facebook for what was the best match at WWE Backlash. Guess what's winning?
Main event.
Shockingly, no. At currently 53% of the vote, Rollins and Miz is winning. The main event has 9.
Yeah,
I have to check. There's a poll Bully Ray put up, asking people did they think that the that the title match should have been on
last.
91% of people said yes.
As we talked about, and we had an argument over TakeOver WrestleMania weekend. Title match should always go on last unless there's something that overshadows it.
Yeah, unless there's a massive, well-built angle or like I'll accept like a big money thing that's going to be a draw. Like that's fine as well. But like this was a nothing match.
Yeah, total throwaway, cross-promotional nonsense. Nothing.
Just found a poll. He has 5,000 votes on it. 88% say yes, the title match should have main evented.
Yeah. I can't believe there's 12% of people out there that think it shouldn't have.
Yeah, but that's Road Dogg on his 1,500 different accounts.
Well, look, that's the highlight of the show there. The first half an hour.
Quite literally.
Definitely, 100%.
Raw Women's title match, Nia versus Alexa. Did you notice they didn't turn the mics off? That we had the mics on the ring post for Rollins when he did the spot where you need the ring post. But they left it on early in the match, so Nia does a splash and it's this huge noise, and then she whips Alexa into the far corner. No noise. You left the mics on, you idiots. Crowd did not care. The crowd were done already.
Yeah.
Like half an hour, probably 35 minutes into the show.
Yeah,
done.
I mean, I know you don't watch the pre-show, but there was also a pretty lackluster match in the pre-show too. Bayley versus Ruby Riott. Match itself was but this, the Bayley Sasha story wasn't really developed at all. There was a backstage segment where Sasha said she wasn't going to help out Bayley, and that was it.
Did she look at the TV at a weird angle?
Twice.
She was looking at the TV at a weird angle also.
The best part of the pre-show was the fucking iconic duo.
Oh, they were fantastic.
They did another one of your favorite impersonations, Steve.
It was really good. It was a really good New York impersonation. It was very good.
Yeah, they're taking the piss out of Rosenberg and fuck that guy. So
yeah,
apparently Miz also roasted the fuck out of him on this thing. That's finished. It's over. You don't need to watch it anymore.
come join us. But I got into a Twitter argument with some gobshite who thinks that Nia Jax is a better wrestler than Alexa Bliss.
Wrong.
He's wrong.
You're wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is what you have to deal with. Anyone can have an opinion on Twitter these days.
Neither of them are AJ Styles at the end of the day, but like, come on.
I'd rather look at Alexa Bliss though.
Yeah. The finish was Nia catching Alexa during the Twisted Bliss.
That was actually quite well done.
It was quite good, yeah.
Good camera work.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the promo after the match, Nick?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it was painful to listen to.
I nearly got sick.
And the crowd, I'm very glad the crowd. It sounds bad that I'm glad the crowd shit all over a anti-bullying promo, but it was the most forced bullshit ever.
Oh, so
bad.
#
repeal the bullying.
Oh my god, I actually was cringing. I actually felt embarrassed to be watching the show.
Nobody does contrived quite like WWE.
Oh my god, it was just one of those things. Did you get it? Did you get what we meant? Did you get it?
Here's a brick. Let me throw it in your face.
And then Cole brings up "Be a Star," which we haven't heard on TV in a while that I can remember.
Yeah, because it was all about Make-A-Wish month. That was the problem.
Yeah, sick dying kids are out now. It's all about bullying.
Yeah.
That's where the money is.
So hot right now.
So hot right now. Oh, I forgot about that. Can we go back to the first match?
Seth Rollins.
Deal. Seth Rollins. So hot right now. Seth Rollins.
Hansel's hot right now, not Seth Rollins.
What's the deal with this? They're trying to tell us that Rollins is on a roll. He's so hot right now. So hot right now.
So hot right now.
And Finn Balor likes that butt. So, it's just so hot right now.
Yeah, we didn't get Balor at all.
No, that's okay. But the dead horse was so hot right now. It's just being flogged as we speak. Thank God we don't have to do this next week. We can just go and check out our live YouTube post show.
You're so fucking depressed. This is actually the most depressed one we've ever done.
Yeah.
Just such a bad show.
We're defeated.
So bad.
We are broken.
I mean,
Broken. US title match. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
it was very shiny.
Yeah. I had a tweet that got a shitload of likes and retweets.
Thoughts on that?
Corey Graves tells us that Jeff shouldn't take a risk in there with a veteran like Randy Orton. Jeff Hardy debuted in 1994. Randy Orton debuted in 2002. So Jeff Hardy debuted before the Attitude Era. Randy Orton debuted a week before the WWF became the WWE.
Yeah, but Jeff took that hiatus to travel all around the world.
Yeah, that's it. Was he wrestling around those times, Gordo? Who knows?
All I'll say is Sting, Victory Road, debatable.
It just that just stuck out to me. I was kind of half paid attention. I heard that. I was like, no, come on now. Just stop. Please stop this shit.
I no longer like Corey.
Nah, I was gone on him a while ago. It's not his fault. He's just doing what he's told. But Rusev Day chance, and we had the hard swanton on Orton. Jeff doesn't do the neck swanton anymore. He just lands on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're taking it all. He's doing nothing anymore.
Yeah. Jeff retains. Bit of light comedy then afterwards. The segment that cost me the championship. Because I had Elias down as my wild card to Elias to appear.
It wouldn't have cost you anyway.
I would have drawn. And
No,
he got the
you wouldn't
pinfall.
You got the pinfall.
Eat a dick.
Eat a dick. I went for the ballsy move calling no contest because I thought they'll definitely do Roman, therefore they won't. Well, what can you do? Elias is out there. He wants to have a concert. New Jay want to join. They bring instruments, and Elias says he's a solo act. And he tells Jojo to hit the lights, and so on, and so on, and so on. We had Aiden English come out, Rusev come out, No Way Jose, Titus Worldwide, Fashion Police. Bobby Roode hits him with a DDT.
In fairness, this is probably the second best segment of the night.
Oh, comfortably.
That's depressing.
Yep.
And you know what? I think we were from a few people online that actually liked it. Everyone I saw was shitting all over this.
It was fun. It was
It was
entertaining.
a bit of a break.
Yeah,
Could have
The way Jose really enjoyed it because he loves to have fun.
just loves to have fun, Gordo.
Loves it.
Yeah, Elias's money and shouldn't be here when we could have had a match with him. Although, it was fun, so I don't know.
It's about the only storyline that actually fucking progressed tonight, the whole him and Rude thing. It's going to lead to them having another match. Ooh. But still, it's progression.
Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, Nick.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, you call it right. I mean, it was Daniel Bryan won by submission, and then Cass bet him up afterwards, which prevented him from being on that post-show thing as well, apparently, that they'd advertised him for.
So they never did the Miz thing.
No, Miz was on it, but Daniel Bryan wasn't. They replaced Daniel
yeah.
Bryan with Elias.
Wow. Anyway, old school type match. Big guy versus small guy. Bryan gets him in the yes lock for the submission. And then with the beat down by Cass in the post show.
I'm pretty sure I called exactly how that would go earlier on today.
Yeah.
Yep.
To the letter.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The commentators were disgusted.
Mm-hmm. It's like they've never seen a bad guy beat up a good guy before.
This brings me to something that really pissed me off. And it's going back to Corey again. The whole lack of a dedicated heel commentator.
Yep. Big
is
time.
really starting to grate on me now.
Bring back King.
Well, not even bring back King, just have a heel commentator. this whole thing of Corey is normally the guy who he hates the guys who love to have fun, and he loves the guys who are no nonsense and dickish because they'll do anything they can to win. Yet in this one, for some reason, Corey was outraged over what Cass done, despite the fact that he went on earlier on in the show and later in the show about people doing whatever they have to do to get to the top. And it's like, where's the logic? Where's the continuity? Exactly. It's like, it pissed me off, and it really hit home in this after this match for me. That was like, we need a heel commentator. The commentary as a whole was shite. It was just
there's a fucking enough commentators there for one of them to be heel.
Oh, well, to be fair, Coach is automatically a heel just because he's so fucking terrible.
See, Coach has done a heel before. Coach has been a heel commentator before. He's done it before. No problem going in again. Just the way Corey is at the moment with it, he's his opinions, his character's opinions, whether they're good or bad, he just likes certain guys and doesn't like other guys, which I can understand. But in overall story arcs, it just doesn't really work too well. And I see Jordan here in the YouTube chat as well saying that Corey Graves has heat for. Apparently, it's for his backstage remarks, or for his remarks about the Rumble match.
He wasn't happy. Yeah, he was not happy. Apparently, he put out one or two things about the treatment of the women and something to wanting them on the show or something like that. Silly boy.
Yep.
Apparently, they reckon he's been told something along the lines of you're not as irreplaceable as you think you are. So get in line, boy.
Yeah. Listen to what I say in your ear.
Yep. Dance, monkey, dance.
Jeez, you can't say that.
Gordo.
The guy who was saying Chuck Lesnar.
Chock-a-brock, all right?
Like, Corey spread too thin. I'm sick to death of Corey Graves. They need to get a different guy on SmackDown or Raw, one or the other.
Renee.
I love to see Renee in it.
I mean, guy, just as a general sense, it could be male, female, beast, whatever it takes.
Oh, yeah. No, I just said that's the person I'd love to see do it, because I actually think that she was pretty good in the little bits of commentary she done. I think with a bit more time, she could actually be really, really good. And, women power and all that stuff.
Holla, player.
Talking about
Also, shout out to our new listener there, OJ Simpson. Welcome.
Keep an eye on the chat, boys.
Does it fit?
Ask him if it fits.
Does it fit, OJ? Let us know in the comments. Moving along.
Because if it doesn't,
must appeal.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Yes. Get aborted in Ireland.
Yeah. Tiny miniature American flags for all.
Yeah.
Yay.
Anyway, what was next?
SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte versus Carmella. And Carmella beat the piss out of Charlotte in this match. I couldn't believe this.
This made no sense at all.
She killed her.
Second best match of the night?
Probably. The rest of them were pretty shit. It was the one I got most invested in because I was just in utter shock. I'm going, Carmella is actually beating the brakes off this girl.
Yep. This was the worst wrestling booking of the night. In terms of actual wrestling in between the bells. My God, how do you have Charlotte end Asuka's streak at WrestleMania and then lose to Carmella twice? Both
Science.
Clean.
Science fits.
Yep. Mella is money, apparently.
Get fucked.
F-A-B-U. Yes.
Diamond on my neck. So bad. Yes.
So that's why it fits. Very straightforward. F-A-B.
U-L.
So basically it all ended where after Charlotte had been beaten to within an inch of her life, she went for a moonsault and her knee buckled and we had a roll-up. Kind of an elevated pin type job, and Carmella wins it clean as a whistle.
Yep.
Carmella is now better than Asuka.
Yeah, no iconic duo interference like we thought there'd be. None of that. Clean win.
Who's next? That's Charlotte with a picture.
Yeah, well, it should be, but I maintain that lingering camera shot on her after the match. This isn't the end of it. Which means they're going to do some contrived horse shit, road dog, fuck off booking thing. To try and get another match out of this, and seriously, just fucking let it end.
Becky have a fucking shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
The most underutilized person on the roster.
Even
Man,
more so than
woman,
Zack
or
Ryder?
Beast. Yeah.
And we're not biased at all.
No, like even just country bias aside, I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing with her, or what they're not doing with her, I should say. Move on to the WWE title match, which is 3 matches from the top, as we discussed. And my note for this match is what? That's it.
Just what? To be fair, the match itself was
fine.
all right. Like, it was grand. I was invested in it more than I was for a lot of the other matches.
Yeah. Some of the bigger spots, Shinsuke goes for the Kinshasa. AJ throws the chair at him, but it hits him in the knees and then bounces back into AJ's face and cuts him. That's pretty weird. It was just not very phenomenal, was it? Knack hits the low blow. AJ returns the favor. They didn't do the cup spot.
They didn't. They're saving that for the blow off match, which I'm assuming is going to be
the low blow off.
Low blow off match, which will be
hashtag page.
Which will be at WrestleMania next year.
It should be at Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire is gone though.
I know, but bring it back for this. You have a feud revolving around punching someone in the testicles, and you don't have Great Balls of Fire.
We've got 6 weeks until Money in the Bank. Make a pay-per-view in the middle, just for make a change of SmackDown into Great Balls of Fire for a week.
Greatest Balls of Fire.
So that's the November Saudi Arabia show. Greatest Balls of Fire.
Don't be talking about Balls of Fire over there. Jesus Christ, Steve.
And it's a very masculine show, you know, balls, men, aka no women. So it works too.
Or men who have run afoul of some women that he shouldn't have been anywhere around.
No one wants a fiery ball sack.
Nope, they sure don't, Paige.
Nope.
I said, what page am I on in my notes? That's all I said. Page 2 of my notes I'm on here. Page here.
This is quite the page turner.
Just page here, and a page here, and a page here.
I was on a bit of a rampage.
Yes. I won't say it again. I was going to do my usual line out of nowhere. Anyway, double low blow kick spot at the end, where the game of Rochambeau at the end.
And they all lost.
And they all lost.
Yep, but the kick was good.
And this is the value of going first in Rochambeau. And no one was going to give up the first slot. They just went first. And neither man can answer the 10 count. It's a bit like me at the moment. I am fucked at this stage. I'm wrecked. So the crowd shit all over this at the end.
And rightfully so.
They muted the mics in the crowd as well, because apparently there was an incredibly loud bullshit chant.
Oh, I heard the start of it. Yeah.
They quickly killed it, killed the mics, and cut away to a video package. But
which video package was this, Gordo?
I don't know. I was dozing off at this stage.
It was your favorite song.
Oh, okay. I need water. I need a bottle of water. I need a bottle of water.
Everyone has AIDS.
So yeah, right after the match we had the best of both worlds, or live AIDS as we call it here.
Anytime we hear best of both worlds, I'm like, this isn't fucking Hannah Montana, all right?
Yeah.
It's the only best of both worlds that exists.
Oh my god, it's horrendous. It's the stuff you wouldn't even hear on fucking radio stations in Ireland.
iRadio wouldn't even fucking go near this shit.
It wouldn't even make it to air. It's that bad. And they play anything.
They apparently almost played a song from little known band For the Win back in the day.
There you go.
That's something fit to look up.
Yeah, For the Win band on YouTube.
If best of both brands is AIDS, For the Win is gonorrhea.
As in, it's somewhat treatable.
Yeah, with death.
Let me have my segue. So, Gordo, Lashley's match was up next.
Speaking of AIDS,
let's just go straight to the finish of the match. Kevin Owens, former Universal Champion, Intercontinental Champion, US Champion, NXT Champion, is beaten by a vertical suplex.
Stalling vertical suplex.
which makes it all the worse.
All the worse.
And he wasn't even the legal man.
Yeah, I missed that, but someone said that he wasn't. We're going to hold Gordo off for his triumphant finish to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Was he definitely not the legal man?
He wasn't, no.
Nope.
I didn't spot it. Oh my god. Gordo, your thoughts?
It's a suplex that you stole. It's just a suplex. Seriously, I'm depressed. I'm actually fucking depressed over this. I shouldn't be. It hurt. It actually hurt me. I did tweet out, and I know you don't hate him quite as much as I do.
I do.
You do now, thankfully.
You've shown me the light, good brother.
I have a partner, but he literally his moves are shoulder thrusts, stalling suplex,
And a terrible spear. Are you including that in shoulder thrust?
That's a fucked up shoulder thrust.
That's an advanced shoulder thrust.
Yeah, that's a level 2 shoulder thrust. He can't do his running power slam because Braun does that better than him, which is it's a slam. You put him on your shoulder and slam.
This Alexa Bliss promo has ruined the way we talk now.
Yeah, but no, like it's he's lost a third of his moveset. He hasn't done the Dominator since he's come back. Now, he didn't really use the Dominator for the last year or so before he left anyway, because apparently his power slam was called the Dominator. Why?
Of course.
The Dominator was done by Ron Simmons, and it was fucking glorious. But yeah, it was fucking terrible. Why are you putting Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman in this match? And why the fuck did you hire this man back? Like, seriously, what's he added? He hasn't talked. He literally has 2 moves. He's old. It's not like you're bringing in a young lad who has room to grow. He has not progressed in 13 years in the business. What the fuck are you doing hiring this man? This is just fucking retarded on so many levels.
But he is Chuck Lesnar.
You know what? I don't fucking care. The white one is bad enough. I don't need the fucking other one to come in now and make things double worse. Jesus.
So what you're saying is the black lad is twice as bad as the white guy?
No, they're equally bad. But having both of them in the company is doubly bad. The problem is this one shows up more often, so we get more exposure to how shit he is.
Yeah.
So you want the black guy around more or the white guy?
It doesn't
I
matter.
want both of them to fuck off.
Stop making this about race, please.
I hate equally, all right?
What do we think of them trying to split up Sammy and KO again?
Just shoot me in the head.
Shoot
Me in the head. Just move them to separate bands.
Well, they can't now because the Superstar shake-up is done. They're destined to do this forever.
Why? They were such a good tag team.
The fact that they have been together this long and have not had the tag titles at any stage.
But tag titles mean nothing in WWE because they don't care about tag
Especially
teams.
on Raw.
There was no
Especially-
tag team championship match on this pay-per-view at all.
Yep. Depressing.
I don't know, lads. This was, and then of course we had Big Dog Joe, which we've already discussed. I feel like I missed a match there, but I don't think I did.
No, I don't think so. Let me double check my card. No, you got them all.
Yeah.
I suppose the only thing really left to say is that, you know, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of 2-Bit Sports Prediction League is this guy.
Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
No, I don't even care tonight. It's just so bad. I'm glad you had that though to cushion the blow.
I'm just pissed off
He
I
was
didn't get a clean
cheering
sweep.
Roman Reigns in the main event.
Yeah.
I thought I had called it right. I thought I'd called the main event right when I said Joe to win.
You
by
were almost
making
there.
a pass
It looked like they were going to do it. Like that ref took a long time to make that decision.
Yeah,
But was that there for a reason so that
I'd
he
say
has another
so.
excuse? Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's going to say something like, "Yeah, I made you pass out."
but they're on separate brands now, so there's no
It
need
doesn't
for it.
matter. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Oh,
So is this the official end? Are we done with 27-18 now?
I think so.
2017-18, and now we're going 2018-19 season here.
We have to
So
be at this
essentially,
point.
Money in the Bank is the kickoff of the new year,
Yeah.
pay-per-view wise.
Which is probably going to have 2 cross-brand matches in the bank
Yeah.
briefcase.
Potentially 3. There are talks of them doing a tag team one.
But as we said last week, after talking about SmackDown, which was atrocious last week, we said, let's not judge it till next week. So we're done now. Sunday night is over. It's a new day. Yes, it is. From tomorrow.
All I'll say is, much like the song that was number 1 the day I was born, the only way is up.
Yeah, this was so bad. Like, I'm depressed. It's 5:15 in the morning. I waited up for this. I could have a nice sleep in. It's a bank holiday tomorrow. I got a nice sleep in. Now I have to, it'll be 6 or half 6 by the time I get this put up on the podcast feed. I have to go find an image yet. To go onto their stupid website.
Fine.
I just get it done. Fuck it.
I'm
I
gonna
have a few beers left.
I'm gonna have to go watch like New Japan or something.
I have to actually watch that still.
I know what I'm going to watch. I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to watch Revival versus DIY 2 out of 3 falls.
Nice.
Just as a reminder that there's something in WWE that can be good, and tag wrestling, because I love tag wrestling. WWE don't, but I fucking do.
Yeah,
It still matters to me, damn it.
Like, what did they tell you tonight? To just fuck you, basically. We don't care.
I am so happy to see that video of so many people leaving that arena.
Yeah. It's the
There's
only
always
thing
been
that...
Yeah, exactly. There's always been dribs and drabs of people leaving. Like, we've often seen, oh, look, these guys are leaving. But this was a steady stream of people.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, Steve, there's a beat the traffic chant.
Yeah.
Like,
crazy.
If they were pissed and there was the emergency meetings called after that Rumble where Roman got booed out of the building at the time, this should be happening again now.
Yeah. This should be a wake-up call.
There should be alarm bells going off everywhere saying, where the fuck are we going wrong? And to be fair, part of it has to turn around and say, okay, we had an issue with 205 Live a couple of months ago. That's actually thriving now, even though we're doing nothing to fucking help it. It's somehow still doing really well. What's been the change there? Trips. So surely there has to be some sort of consideration in this now where it's like, give this guy a fucking shot. See if he can do something, anything.
There's nothing wrong with the performer, Roman Reigns.
No.
Not a thing. He could be a little better on the mic, but he seems to get better every time I hear him. But there's nothing really glaringly wrong that should get that kind of response. It's just...
It's the booking.
The presentation of him is terrible.
This guy should be the superhero. Like, as I said before, if I was 6 years old now, Roman Reigns would be like my hero. You know, he'd be so fucking cool. Look at the way he looks and how cool he is in the ring and all this sort of stuff. How are they dropping the ball so badly? Is Braun Strowman the guy now?
Braun has outpassed him. I don't know if it's Vince has 100% accepted it yet, but I think he has to realize somewhere that Braun is the guy, not Roman.
Roman Reigns needs a good 6 months off TV. Do you remember back years ago, people used to get injured way more often? Like, you remember when Triple H had his quad injury that time?
Broke
that was
my
the
heart.
best thing that could have happened to him. When he came back, he was the top guy.
Yep.
Roman Reigns could do with a little injury. Just go away for a month or two.
Jojo.
Jojo, work that magic.
But he needs time off.
He needs to get off TV. I think is the only solution. You can't fix this on TV. He needs to be gone.
No, exactly. I'm being honest, before this match tonight, I would have said the guy that should be the guy was Joe. But after tonight, I think they've missed a shot with him. I also think I still think they missed a shot by not having Cass go over Debray. I don't care about a post-match beatdown. If you have him go over, even if there's any sort of a slightly screwy finish. But you saw what happened when Rusev didn't go over Cena. He kind of lost any aura. I think we're going to see Cass fade away now because of this.
Yeah, I think it was terrible for Joe to lose as well. He never should have been in this situation to begin with.
No, I think this
Roman
should have
had to win and Joe had to win.
Yeah, it should have It should have been heel heavy on the wins tonight, I think.
As they usually are.
Yeah, but I think this is one where it needed, though. All the storylines were building up in such a way, especially coming off of something like the Oil Rumble, where everything was so face heavy, insofar as it was a glorified house show, so I had to make the fans happy.
This was another glorified house show. All the champs retained, and the main event was a nothing match.
Yeah, as I said on Twitter, remember when they wanted to call these live specials?
Yeah.
Apparently, Alexa Bliss suffered a shoulder injury this evening. WWE.com just shared an article about it.
She was crying leaving. I thought that's very good acting, but maybe it wasn't acting.
Fuck. Now what does Raw have?
Nia Jax injures someone in a match. That sounds familiar to me.
It sounds too familiar to me.
She's a way better wrestler than Alexa Bliss Fitz.
Hey, Nikki, get fucked.
That argument was quality. I didn't chime in once. I was just letting it go.
If you want to read Fitz's full thoughts on Nia Jax, you can find a really good article about it over on 2bitsports.com, where he will outline the fact that she is literally the worst.
She is literally worse than Dana Brooke.
She's worse than Eva Marie.
Oh my God.
At least Dana Brooke has those fantastic stats.
Yeah.
So where do we go coming out of this tomorrow then? On Raw. Who's Roman feuding with? Who's Joe feuding with on Tuesday?
Joe Debray, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's all they can really do.
Because AJ and Shinsuke is not done, so Joe Brizzle is the only way to go.
Debray Cass isn't done either now after that beatdown.
That's true, actually, yeah.
What
other
Joe
faces
doing?
are left on the SmackDown?
John Cena.
No, he's not.
No.
Oh,
The one-on-one with The Undertaker?
Tag team match.
There's probably a name there that we're just not thinking of.
Bring up the roster.
Rusev?
Yeah, if they make him a babyface.
But then Rusev loses.
Rusev loses.
It's true.
You cannot
Randy
have...
Orton.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh.
Actually, no, I actually think that'll be a good match. I think the build to it is going to be shite because Orton seems checked out again.
Oh, Orton doesn't give a fuck.
He's
been checked out for 6 years.
But you normally have that couple of months of the year where what I like to refer to as WrestleMania Orton comes out, where he's actually putting in a bit of effort into stuff, and he gets the tattoos touched up so they look all good for the rub of the baby oil on camera. But you know, he just has them couple of months of the year where he kind of dials it up a notch. But there hasn't been that this year.
He must have run out his specialty.
That's the one. Fucking Elias. God damn it.
They could put Jeff. I think you were about to say Jeff. They could put
Hardy.
me as Jeff.
Joe and Jeff.
US title feud.
Double J.
Then again, I'd prefer to see Joe going towards the top, but that's one, I suppose. But the more interesting one, anyway, is Roman. What happens now? Brock isn't going to be around for months. Well, maybe not months.
By money in the bank, he has. By Money in the Bank, he has Punk's 434 beaten, doesn't he?
So, what's Roman doing for 6 weeks? I'm not watching a 6-week build to another Roman and Brock match.
You don't have to. You don't review Raw anymore.
Well, Brock ain't going to be on Raw tomorrow night, apparently.
Well, he won't. He won't be back to the Money in the Bank. Not a chance. If not after that.
This is fucking depressing.
Drew or Ziggler?
I think the record actually is the week after Money in the Bank.
Oh, the cunt is holding until fucking SummerSlam.
Yeah. Well, that's when the contract is up. So.
Well, we think it is.
Well, based on the timeline, the 6 months added on, SummerSlam or the end of September, in and around that region.
Or he signed a new contract altogether and he's there for the next 3 years.
Nah.
Apparently that's not even 3 years though. Apparently it is actually just a kind of a pay-as-you-play deal with no set terms on it. It's a case of they can back out when they want.
How is it that we just shook up both brands and we have absolutely no idea what Roman Reigns is doing tomorrow?
I'm looking through the roster. Like, there is not much main event people on Raw when you think about it. Like faces or heels that you could face against. I mean, now if they're breaking up Kevin Owens now and Sami Zayn, there you have Kevin Owens back there.
But they have to fight each other because otherwise they can't edit.
Yeah. And the only thing I think of is Ziggler and Drew.
but then they have to win.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Drew's call-up is for now.
Balor turn.
Where the fuck are Sanity fading in on all this on SmackDown?
Tag team division.
Yeah.
Them and New Day?
BB.
I see him coming in as heels.
That's what I'm thinking, New Day.
So much to cover this week on the pod.
We still don't have we don't have El Idolo either.
He's gonna go. I can see him going against Jeff actually.
I think they might have to bring some people back over to Raw because I can't think of someone off the top of my head.
If Ambrose is due back soon, that's an extra person in the Raw side.
Shield brother. You're not going to go against Roman.
No, but like in the picture,
Yeah,
at least you
yeah,
can
yeah,
pick some
yeah.
people up or whatever.
But top of the card, we still haven't come up with anybody. It's crazy.
What are you talking about? Babatunde.
Babatunde.
Sorted, grand, done. Mike Kanellis.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
Fire him.
probably is. It probably is too.
He can fuck off, and when he gets there, he can fuck off again.
It would be hilarious if it was Strowman after last week, where Strowman decided to forget about months of continuity, or a year probably of continuity, and now they're fighting again.
If it is, we will no longer be covering Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. I think we'll probably leave it there. So
Let's go to fucking bed.
going to bed. So thanks for joining us. You can find us on 2bitsports.com, 2bit wrestling at Twitter, facebook.com/2bitsports, and you find us on YouTube. Just search 2bit sports. You also find our podcast every Friday evening on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, all those things, and all your normal podcast player apps. You'll get them there as well. That was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's a bad night, oh.
We're usually much more enthusiastic than this, but it's 5:30 in the morning currently, and that was horrendous.
Yeah.
Say
WWE
goodbye,
can
buddies.
get fucked.
So if you're listening to it on YouTube, just be on the podcast feed maybe in an hour. If not there in an hour, it'll be there tomorrow at some stage.
If it's not there, tweet at
No, don't. So
at someonewhogivesaffuck.com.
yeah. Okay, say goodbye, boys.
Good night, Joe.
Bad night,
oh.
Thanks for joining us.